welcome back. I hope you are all doing well, guys. I am also around. I know you guys have been seeing me around. I apologize because I haven't been posting for a while, but I am fine, thank God. So in this particular video, we are going to talk about German education and how kids start the school here. It is very important and compulsory. Their education is a little bit different from other side of the world, I think. So I decided, because my daughter have started schooling this year, and I've decided to do a video about that while doing her hair, right? Because this is the preparation we are doing. And first of all, I bought this detangling brush on Amazon, and this is what I have been using on their hair, because each of my kids have their hair type, their hair texture, in which she doesn't allow me all the time to touch because it is a bit painful to her. That's the reason why I don't post some of her videos, because I used to do her hair and wanting to post video of what I do, but because she always feel pain, crying, and so on. So this particular video, she allowed me to do that, and she was really strong. And yeah, she said I can do a video. I think because she was really excited with the schooling. The why it is a bit particular, it is because when kids are starting schooling here, it is something else. It's become like someone who has birthday, and you do some kind of preparation. In every country we have preparation for school, but in Germany their schooling preparation for kids at this age, it's something else. It's just like a birthday party. Parents will start doing preparation for partying, family will meet, and so on. So now let me tell you the story. From the age of 6, all children in Germany must attend school. There are different types of schools, and the duration of compulsory education, as well as the curricula, vary from state to state. We have state to state conditions here. So there are so many different type of school in Germany. Different kinds, guys. You wouldn't understand. We have what we call Gesamtschule, which is secondary school. Their secondary schools are different, but different names also. With different I could say the same education, but different type of, educating. They have Hochschule, which is university or college, depending on how you call it. We have Realschule, which is secondary school also. We have Gymnasium, which is normally high school, in which they took it as when you ask them, they will tell you it is a secondary school. They don't want to tell you that it is a high school, just because they don't want other kids to feel inferior, But it is a high school here when you talk about Gymnasium in Germany. But to make things simple, let's start with how the school system is set up. So the individual states, such as Western side, I am in Eastern. So the Western side, for example, determine their own education standard. So their way of educating is different from our side, the Eastern side, right? But in general, each state offers schooling or care for children. That's the normal system for all, from a few months old into their late teenagers years. Nursery and preschool start from the age of 8 weeks, when they have babies, up to 3 years old. A child may go to a kindergarten, those baby schooling, or nursery school. At 3, they go to kindergarten, which is children's daycare center. Kindergarten and kindergarten are optimal, and are partially supported by the state. While children now have a legal right to child care. Yeah, from the age of 12 months. These are available either morning, whole day, or evening and weekend in some places, not everywhere, right? Depending on where you live. It can still be difficult to find a suitable place. Yeah, as I remember my children moving their kindergarten to another place, and to find a place where it was closer to my house, that was really difficult. It was already full. So sometimes it's become difficult. Meanwhile, as for primary school, like my daughter is starting, which they are calling here Grundschule, when they are 6. So they start when they are 6 years old. Attendance is compulsory, right? You have to. Every child at that age have to, unless there is exceptional, you know, disability. But every child at that age have to attend the Grundschule, primary school here, because it is mostly free unless you opt for private education. So if you want private, this is optimal to you. After 4 years, when they go to school, like my daughter started, so after 4 years, when the child is 10 or 11, parents have to choose from several type of secondary school, which I mentioned earlier on, and that's where the game start, because it will depend on how your child perform in school. That's where the game start, because there are 5 types of secondary school in Germany, which I mentioned earlier. Let me mention them to you again. Gymnasium. This is according to your child performance, right? They have Realschule, they have Hauptschule, they have Gesamtschule, they have Förderschule. And all those secondary schools, including the school for people with learning disabilities, right? So when we talk about gymnasium, gymnasium is where children go and want to go to university later. So they call it here like grammar school. They call it here for high. Also for us, we call it high school, but they call it secondary school. They don't want to tell you it is a high school. Normally, it is a high school because that's where the education is strict. And when you go to gymnasium, you have at least 12 to 13 good years there. And after you graduate, they have this graduation they call Abitur. So that's where you end up, and after that, then you can go to university. When they talk about real Schule is not as academical strict as gymnasium. It is not that strict like gymnasium. You see their game. So when we talk about gymnasium, they will call it Realschule. Meanwhile, they call it secondary school. Meanwhile, we call it high school, because other secondary school are not strict as gymnasium. Realschule student finish after 10 years. Gymnasium finish 12 to 13 years, but Realschule you can finish 10 years before you graduate with an exam called Mittlere Reife. So that's the middle maturity. That's the tradition, the explanation of that. So most students go on to vocational training and apprenticeship. Some students with high academic grades at the Realschule can go into gymnasium too. When they finish that side, they can continue to gymnasium to have the Abitur. If they want to go to university, they can continue to gymnasium, that high school, to finish their 12 to 13 years there, because they will get only 10 years in other secondary school, right? And they have the Hauptschule, which is designed to prepare students for vocational education. It's finished after 9 years. So you have to go there until years 9 with the Hauptschulabschluss or after 10 years with the Realschulabschluss, which is vocational certificate. The Gesamtschule combined aspects of the Gymnasium, Realschule, and Hauptschule. You know, these three secondary school, this type of schools was introduced to give students a better chance of achieving their highest academic potential. And Förderschule or Sonderschule is for children with learning difficulties. And there are different types of day schools for children with various disabilities, right? In Germany, any condition that your child could be, in any condition that your child could be, guys, you will find a place for that child. And German university fee are really not expensive compared to other part of the world universities, right? Like for example, United States, United Kingdom, and so on. So the reason why foreigners love German universities is because it is not expensive. The costs for attending university in Germany vary from state to state, but university fee are no more than a few €100 per semester. And they're all open for everyone, whether you are German, whether you are non-German, non-EU student, all is included with books and public transportation, plus many other things to consider, right? The reason why homeschooling is illegal in Germany, I repeat, homeschooling is illegal in Germany, as some parents used to do that in other side of the world. In Germany, it is illegal except in rare circumstances, right? But it is illegal. People caught trying to do that, they are always reported. So it is really illegal. If they catch you doing that, you are fined and you are going to pay some a lot of €1,000 and more. And if you don't take care, they will even remove your children out of your hands, because when they say illegal, it's really illegal. But if you do that because maybe your child doesn't understand the language, there are international schools for students who do not speak German. However, these schools are not funded by the state, so it can be sometimes difficult to get a place, and it's not everywhere. So now let's come back to how the kids start the primary school, So the kindergarten where your child is attending will give you a form when the time arrives, where in which you fill and write down the primary school you would like your daughter to attend. So you write the name of that school, in which the form will be processed to that particular primary school. And the primary school will then write an email to all parents to give them the date and the day where the parent have to meet and what they have to bring. They will write as well what you have to buy for the school and so on.
Ab heute heißt täglich zur Schule gehen und sitzen an der
And they will choose
Stehenmenschule.
one class from those who are already schooling there to welcome
Am Morgen
the new
feiern sie
ones.
sich
Is it not
herausragend,
amazing?
auch wenn das
Guys,
Kinderpark Geld sparen
it's
will. Ich
amazing.
darf
And
nicht
then the
alleine
gift they
spielen.
ask you to buy will be given to those children. So the
Im
school
Buch
bag
wurde Du
and
die
the they
Stallungsgezeiten,
call it
als wir
sukatute.
das Jahr
It
in der
is
Schule saßen.
if I could explain it in English, it's a sugar bag. So it's a bag where a big straw where you put a kid sweet, their school stuff, and whatever you want to put, like a gift, at home. Every family member bring a gift for the kid, and they bring some sweet, like you can see in my family here. They bring some sweet. They bring my daughter was amazed and she was really excited to go to school. It encouraged kids, and that's the exception they have in Germany here, because for them it is like the beginning of your life. So when the kids just started schooling like this, it is the beginning of their life. So they feel like they have to celebrate it. It is very nice. And because of the COVID-19, the family members were not allowed to go with us to school. So they all came back, they all came home, and we all made a party. So my kids were so amazed. They all got gifts. Meanwhile, it was one person who was starting the school, but they all got gifts because of the love these people have for us. Yeah, the following day we went to church as we attend a church, and they preach for those kids who are attending school this year. They pray for them, and the church members give them gifts. They were all amazed. My daughter was just amazed. Thank you all for everything, for your love. Guys, I just wanted to share this beautiful experience with you and tell you that this is really exceptional in Germany. Love you all, guys. Bye.